Next up, American reacting to British man reacting to American guns. Let's see how horrible this is.
Now, it'll always be crazy to me, the ability to walk into a store and buy a gun. In America, that's where it is. So today...
Chat, raise your hand if it's crazy that you're able to buy a gun. Oh, no hands? Okay.
Hey, we're going to be watching a video called Top 5 Guns for Home and Defense. I'm interested to see what kind of attachments we can get. Extended mag, silencer, red dot. Let's do this. All right.
None of those are guns. We're going to watch a video about the best guns for home defense. I hope we get attachments.
Being said, probably the number one choice for a firearm. We're not really going to do a countdown method. I'm just going to go down the line here.
Hold on a minute.
We've got...
Bro, I thought it was just handguns. You're telling me right now, if I lived in America and I was a US citizen, I could walk into a gun store and buy that pump shotgun.
Why is that surprise? Of all the things to be surprised about, being able to buy a shotgun? A shotgun is like the only thing you can buy in the UK. Don't be surprised by that. Europeans can get silencers without restrictions. It's true, most of them can. Some places in Europe, it is in fact easier to get a gun with a suppressor on it than without. Required? I don't know if they're required, but some places it literally does make owning a gun easier if you have a suppressor on it.
Holy!
A Maverick 88. And of course, this is just a 12 gauge shotgun. This particular one is a 6-shot. You can get the Mossberg 500, the Mossberg 590A1. You can get the Maverick 88. All of these shotguns, which have different prices depending on how high you want to go in terms of quality.
Just a budget pump.
The Maverick 88 is generally going to be the cheapest shotgun in their line.
How much?
These generally run about $269.
Nice. 69. How old is this? 5 months ago? I don't know how old this video is. You can definitely get a Turkish shotgun for cheaper than that. And now that you have your shockwave, you're tempted to get the 590A1, so you can put a bayonet on it. Do it. Bayonets make everything at least 10 times cooler.
You can...
$369. I thought my guy was going to say about 10,000. They are cheap.
Feed him a variety.
Okay, being surprised by that is fair enough. Because even though they can own shotguns in Britain, they do be expensive.
Variety of 12 gauge loads that'll definitely suit all of your needs for home defense. The nice thing about shotguns is, of course, they throw a nice big spread. So if you're not familiar with them, a shotgun throws multiple pellets when you shoot it.
Oh, we're about to hear some FUD lore right here.
Yeah.
As you can see in this vial, I'm going to B-roll for you. You have different shot sizes. So you have birdshot, you have buckshot, you have plated versus non-plated, you have slugs. If many of you watch some of our other videos, I mean, you have cut shells.
This might be a stupid question, but I'm just going to ask anyway because I don't know the answer.
I'm here to answer your question. Good British man.
Me? That's so sounds.
Yes. yes, they would go through you. At least the buckshot and the slug. Probably not the birdshot.
So I feel like I know the answer, but I want confirmation. Those big pellets at the top of what he just showed, these ones, do they go through me? If somebody
Yes. Yes.
shoots me on the head, are they going out the other side? Let me know.
If many of you watch some of our other videos, I mean, you have cut shells.
They may not go in a straight line through,
frangible ammo, breachers,
but they will leave some direction.
A lot of flexibility in terms of how exactly you're going to run a shotgun for home defense.
Would you like to find out? I don't know. Collab. Mr. Adam Kuser. I'll collab with you in real life. I'll show you how these things work. I'm a trained professional. You can trust me. We literally have a 12 gauge right here. A little more exciting than those ones he's showing. Yeah, real life collab. He would have to visit me because I can't take all of my stuff to the land of the Brits.
Okay.
If you're getting up in the middle of the night.
Can I just take that question back? I'm sorry for asking and wasting your time. My bad.
night, and you know you don't know what's going on. A shotgun's going to give you a
He has a vector down here. This vector is, he's probably just gonna hold the place of just all pistol caliber carbines.
better opportunity to actually stop the person in their tracks on the first shot by having that wider shot pattern and being able to stop the threat.
Yep.
Most shotguns
You're not
generally
making it through the door, man.
penetrate too bad if you use like a low velocity buckshot, or if you use like a standard velocity number 4 buckshot. We found that that's probably about the best
Chris
load
Vector.
to use
Thanks for the follow. Welcome.
with the shotgun. Now, some of you are probably asking, well, I can't really handle the recoil, or my wife is...
I need one of these too. I have almost bought a Vector a few times, but I just never have. They're super cool, but there's always like something else that's like, ooh, I can buy a Vector later.
is going to pick the gun up and use it. She can't handle the recoil. Well, simple. My second choice is a beautiful Mossberg 500.
Hey, look.
You can't just say that now we're going to have a slightly smaller shotgun. Oh,
It's a
So
20
sick.
gauge. It's a high capacity 20
so
gauge
cool.
pump action shotgun, and you can have a variety of 20 gauge loads to run in this gun that are low recoil but still highly effective. Okay, again, it offers
technically a Scorpion or MP5 clone is probably better. They're so cool. Yeah, so the Vector, the whole purpose of the Vector is for more controllable full auto with the mass of the reciprocating parts of the gun moving more vertically. So it really shines in full auto, but unfortunately, the lawmakers in this country have done and ignored the Constitution. And so we can't have that.
offers the same benefits as any other shotgun, but in a slightly smaller caliber, a little bit less kick, a little bit less recoil,
You get a silencer?
allowing you to keep
So even the British guy is surprised that there's no silencers here. When the British guy is surprised that we can't have something, you know it's bad. But also, so far, 2 of his top 5 guns are pump action shotgun and slightly smaller pump action shotgun.
keep the rounds on target, and this is a great gun for a lady.
This is a
or
FUD
anyone
list
that's
for
small
sure.
Framed, anybody that just can't quite handle the recoil of a 12 gauge.
All right.
So shotguns are, as you can see, are a wonderful addition to the potential home defense arsenal. So that's my first 2 picks are the 20 and 12 gauge pump shotguns. Some of you want something smaller, and
The Taurus Judge. This is the fuddiest. This is the fuddy. Maybe that's a governor. I can't tell. This is the fuddiest top 5 home defense gun lists ever.
that's where something like the Smith & Wesson
I
Governor
feel like that's
come
still
into
going to blow
play.
your head off.
This
Yeah,
is
it's a
their new
Governor.
stainless variant. This particular gun has not been out very long. This is kind of new for 2014.
Oh, 2004. This video's from 2014. No wonder his takes are so fuddy. Oh my goodness. This is like peak 2014 gun content. For home defense, you want a pump shotgun, and a Taurus Judge. Or Smith & Wesson Governor. Still the same concept. Putting the 410 shell in a revolver. FUD takes still has Draco on the wall. Well, yeah, it's still a business. You still gotta sell stuff to make money. Just because you've got bad takes doesn't mean you've got FUD customers.
is a very nice gun, has a typical, very high quality double single action that you would expect on any Smith & Wesson revolver.
Look at that, man.
This is a wonderful gun.
Wow.
The nice thing about it is
cool.
that, you know, on the outside it just looks like a standard revolver, but you can shoot 2.5-inch 410 shot shells out of it, or 45 Colt ammunition, and you can also fire the 45.
That's going to ruin a day. They are going to ruin a day. Am I right in saying that? You get
And way to understate it, British man. Yes, anything that comes out of the barrel of a gun will ruin your day.
getting the receiving end one of them? Yeah, the rest of your day is not going to go so well.
CP on Mooncliff.
Yep.
So from a standpoint of home defense, this gun gives you a ton of different
The orange tip things? These are hollow points. Oh, 45 ACP hollow points. because the governor can take 45 Colt, 45 ACP, and 410. Clearly not Hornady. Yeah, I think this is some kind of old ammo. Videos from like whenever he said it was forever ago.
So from a standpoint of home defense, this gun gives you a ton of different options because you have shot that you can shoot. You can do like the number 4 buckshot that I think gives you like 4 pellets in a 410, which basically that's 4 projectiles going down range for each trigger pull.
Well, and to be fair, the FUD lore of getting the huge spread and not having to aim does kind of apply for the judge / governor. Because sending shot down a short rifled barrel, you're going to be lucky if all of the pellets stay on a silhouette at 10 yards.
So this gun holds 6 shots. So 6 and 4, you know, you got
20,
quite a few pellets
30.
going down range there with each shot.
24.
This is a rifle barrel. So that means that shot, as the cup leaves the barrel, it's going to be spinning. And it's going to make that shot disperse in a very, very wide pattern.
Okay, he got there. He got there. And when you shoot shot through a rifled barrel, it spreads out more, which is awful.
So if you really need to pepper somebody good at combat ranges inside your home, this is an excellent option. Again, be careful not to load it with something that's going to penetrate
the
too far in
Beyblade
the house.
effect. Yeah,
Many
if you
of
want
us
to
have,
Beyblade
interior
your shot.
walls, which many homes in America have just standard drywall interior.
I know this isn't the norm for you guys, right? This is the norm.
Wait, what did you just say?
Walls, which many homes. This is an excellent option. Again, be careful not to load it with something that's going to penetrate too far in the house. Many of us have, interior drywall walls, which.
Okay, I thought he was saying that it was not gonna penetrate, but it looks like he is in fact warning that it could. Because there's some FUDs out there who'll be like, yeah, and you won't even penetrate the drywall. Yeah, it will.
Many homes in America have just standard drywall interior.
I know this isn't the norm for you guys, right? This is the norm for you guys. Not the norm, but like, it's a thing, right? It's part of the way you guys live. It's in the Constitution. You're the right to bear arms, isn't it? So if I say anything out of turn or disrespectful, I don't mean it at all. But when he says stuff like, when you need to if you need to pepper someone real good, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. But hey, you ask me right now, if somebody breaks into my house, would I prefer to be armed or unarmed? I prefer to be armed. So I love the
Base British man.
You guys get to have that.
Walls.
Awesome.
Number 4 buckshot will generally stop in about 4 to 5 layers of drywall, which is good if you're worried about over penetration. If you have people in the other room.
5 layers of drywall? You have already crossed 2 rooms, at least.
Room that you're concerned with.
That's the only time you worry about over penetration.
Your family members, your small children that are in other areas of the house. That might be something that you need to consider.
Sorry.
So it all comes down to ammunition choice. I mean, like on this tray here, we show all of the different loads you can put in the Smith & Wesson gun.
You cannot put 9mm in a governor.
Of course, you have the Taurus Judge, which is a competing model to the Governor. I personally think the Governor is a better gun. That's just my opinion, but I'm a little partial to Smith & Wesson. I like Smith & Wesson's quality. They make some of the most awesome.
I'm so sorry. I've been watching this video on 360p, man. That's my bad.
On the planet. Now, moving along.
No, with that, yeah.
Another pistol.
Just think harder.
Want a good, solid handgun for the house.
Yep.
Glock.
You're really not going to go wrong with a Glock 19.
Good old Glock.
All right, now I know there's probably a lot of people that are watching these videos and they're going, okay, well these guys are Glock fanboys. These guys, can't think outside of the Glock box. Well, that's
outside of the Glocks. Sorry.
Because the thing is, I have a variety of handguns in my house, okay? I'm not going to go wandering through my house and just thinking, okay, what am I going to grab to shoot this perp that just kicked in my door and might be trying to hurt my family or whatever. In my opinion, the Glock 19 is just a no-frills handgun that is very easy to shoot. It's easy to load. You know, the slide is real easy to work. So if you got some young little wife that, you know, doesn't have very
Glock 19 is the most well-rounded pistol. I don't know if it's the most well-rounded anymore.
Easy, you know, back and forth. This is a real easy gun.
I mean,
to
20
load
years
and
ago,
shoot.
yeah,
It's
for sure.
easy to teach someone how to shoot. I just think the
But
Glock 19 is a very
there's a
tough
lot of
contender
very well-rounded
for
pistols
What
now.
guns do you have,
because
if you
of
do
those
have any at
reasons.
home? Don't obviously, if you don't want to share, don't share.
What kind of pistols do we have, chat? British man wants to know. So I personally, right, we've got the 1911 here, clearly. Within arm's reach, we've got the Nagant revolver. Oh, I'm gonna slap my mic real quick. We've got the Boberg. Leave that one on the desk, we've got room. What else do we have? Within reach, within reach. So we've got little baby Altor. We've got the HK VP70. I guess technically, this is a pistol right there. We've got, that's basically an arm's reach. Mac 11. I think is that everything that's easily within reach without me having to stand up from my chair? I think so.
Share, but like, I feel like this is maybe a conversation some of you guys could maybe have, or maybe do have. What type of gun do you, what you rocking over there, huh? Let me know.
Last but not least, Chris Vector, man. Now,
There's no way he just says the Chris Vector. He's got to say pistol caliber carbine.
I know a lot
What?
of people look at this gun and they think, wow, it's really crazy looking, it's really obscure or whatever.
To be fair, it is crazy looking.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of work with
It
the
is
Chris
super cool,
Vector,
though.
you know, in recent years, and I think it is a fine firearm. The bolt throw is really short. It's got the recoil reduction system basically into the way the gun is
Oh
actually
my
engineered
goodness.
to mitigate the recoil of a 45 ACP.
Oh
you
my
have the
gracious.
25 round extended magazines that you can get for it. So you have 25 rounds of 45 ACP in your hand on tap, ready to go. All right, you can run a 230 grain expanding
Look at that.
projectile. You run them at kind of a low velocity. You know, you get your 230.
No, don't run. What your expanding projectile is not going to expand properly if you're running it at low velocity. That's a little bit of a FUD take. guns and knives. You've got your Python, Anaconda, Smith Wesson 686, Walther PDP, Remington 870, and Glock 17L within arm's reach. Python and an Anaconda. Those are both cool. I need both of those eventually.
Grain expanding.
Is it against the law to
projectile.
have them any other color? Or like, can you spray them if you want? You know, get a different camouflage on there? Different paint job? Or
Yes, you can get them in different colors. My favorite color currently is going to be waifu colored. But I don't know. We've got gray, well, light black.
do they by law have to be this dark color?
Running at around 850 feet per second. That's something that's not going to overpenetrate your house. Okay, it can go through a few sheets of drywall and it's going to slow down considerably. I mean, don't get me wrong, you should always know what's beyond your target before you.
Okay, Garantham has done drywall tests. And drywall stops very little. Drywall provides very little stopping for like anything other than like 22 and birdshot.
Where you shoot. But personally, I think the 45 kind of has an edge there. This particular rig, of course, low recoil, so very fast follow-up shots.
Look at the flashlight
This
attachment and the
particular one
red
has
dot.
Flashlight on it. So you've got a flashlight available. You've got a red dot sight.
Oh my, this is the one.
This one has a folding stock. This
is the one.
version
The
is an
super
SPR,
tactical one.
So it does require, you know, the paperwork and tax stamp to be filled out on it. But if you want a
SPR.
nice small rig, I mean, this is something that can just ride next to the bed, and you're good to
Bang.
go. This is something you just deploy the stock, close the bolt, or leave it loaded with the safety on, and you've got a wonderful low recoil, rapid follow-up shots. 45 ACP stopping
Did he
power.
just say that he got the stopping
And in
power
my
on there?
opinion, this is just the ideal
My stopping power. Stopping power is not a real measurement.
personal defense weapon, both inside the house or the car
It's an attachment?
or wherever you might need a small handy gun to be able to put people down if they're trying to kill you, hurt you, or whatever. This particular gun is just an excellent rig. We are going to be doing a full review on the Vector before too long.
If
That's one
slash
gun
when
that
I get a Vector, I want to get the white one. I'll be honest. The white Vector goes pretty hard.
a while, and I've just been meaning to get out and play with it. So we have many more gun reviews coming. If you like these 5 guns videos, certainly let us know. We've got a lot going on in the way of video production, so we hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have an idea for a 5 guns video, something that you think we didn't cover,
sniper rifles,
or something that you'd like to see clarified a little more, let me know.
Don't use sniper rifles for home defense.
Make sure we're
it's not ideal.
I didn't realize you could just go into this.
Sniper rifles for home defense is not ideal. I mean, it's better than nothing. Better than a pointy stick, but not ideal.
And buy any old gun, man. I thought it was like, you know, a certain type of gun that you're allowed to have in your home, like a handgun, like a Glock. Man's got a flippin' Vector with 5 red dots.
Okay, so I think everyone here probably already knows this, but Americans, while yes, Americans can own a significant amount of guns. We've got a significant amount of freedom for sure. We can't just own anything. So there are restrictions. Most guns with a caliber larger than 50, so basically with a bullet diameter or a bore larger than ½ inch, you need either special paperwork or a sporting exemption for. You need special paperwork for short-barreled rifles, short-barreled shotguns, any other weapons, destructive devices. So basically, like this, we've got rifle. If I were to shorten the barrel, that now gets scarier, right? And so now I need to do paperwork if I wanted to shorten the barrel on this. Same thing for shotguns. You have to have a 16-inch barrel on rifles and an 18-inch barrel on shotguns, which is a stupid rule in the first place because they literally talked about it in this video. You can literally stick 410 shotgun shells in a revolver and it's fine. But if you put a stock on that revolver and don't increase the barrel length to 18 inches, well, that's now a felony. Thanks, America laws. So Americans can own a lot. Also, most people in other countries don't realize that you don't just go in, grab a gun off the shelf, go to the register and like check out like groceries. You do have to do the 4473 background check, which you can argue the effectiveness and constitutionality of that as well. But we're not going to get into that. Unless you build, that is true. That is true. It is and has always been perfectly legal to build your own guns at home, which I have not done yet, actually. I've got some projects that I'm working on, but I have not completed. In America, it is your God-given right to build guns in your own garage, or your backyard, or your shed, or wherever your workbench is. You can build a gun there. And as long as it is legal, when you're done, you're good. So again, you know, your rifle has to have a long enough barrel. Your shotgun has to have a long enough barrel. Still can't have full auto. So you only get 1 shot per 1 pull of the trigger. Big sad. And then we're not even gonna start touching laws like like 922R. Ugh, gross. Yes, much freedom. I'll be honest, I was expecting this video to be way worse. Way worse. Mr. Adam seems like a pretty cool British guy.
In fact, there were 5 red dots sight on it. Shotguns. There's a P90 on the wall. A sniper rifle? Are you gonna tell me you're allowed an RPG next? Or what? Ain't gonna lie, man. If I was breaking into somebody's house and somebody whipped out an RPG, I'm not stealing them. I'm bringing him stuff. You know what I mean?
Now, you got to do way too much paperwork to get an RPG. It's not worth it. I'm gonna be honest, not worth it. Hey, man, this guy seems pretty cool. Mr. Adam, if you ever see this at any point, you want to collab? Talk about American guns? Let's do it.